Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Oh yes, I just now looked over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
there were 30 people waiting to watch. So wow. Okay. Well, everybody, welcome aboard. All right, we got 31 people now. So I'm sure as we go, continue live, we're going to have more people grow and jump on, which is great. All right, we're watching the live chat. I know Nikki watches the live chat. I'm going to be watching the live chat. I've been trying to pay more attention to the live chat. So please forgive me if there's a question on the live chat, and if I overlook it, hopefully Nikki will catch me on that. But yeah, Nikki's great about the live chat. So, all right, I see we got some discussions already going on in the live chat, talking about Bigfoot photos and everything else. Um, I guess that's something we could start off getting into, but I want to make a quick announcement. We're going to get into talking about some Bigfoot discussions and a couple things that have been floating around. We like to try to stay on top of what's new on social media. I've seen a couple things that's new but not so new. There's one alleged photo that's floating around as if it was new, but it's over 4 years old, and the alleged Bigfoot photo by the lake taken in Virginia. That's a very old photo. I guess we get, I don't really see any worth talking about that. But so, hey, tonight, one of the things I want to do on here tonight is discuss or make mentioned that, we've been working on raising funds for the upcoming E.C.B.R.O. Virginia Bigfoot Conference. And, with that being said, we're not going to push it on you, but we do appreciate any donations you guys are willing to do. However, although there is a super chat link on here where you guys could donate here, I actually provided in the description a PayPal link. If you are able to do so, it's very much appreciated. And one of the things I want to throw out there too, for those who are willing to donate $100. And this, I'm going to leave the choice up to you. I'll be more than glad to put your name down and list you as one of our sponsors. So for anyone that's willing to donate $100, you will be considered one of our sponsors. And the benefit to that is your name or company logo will be added to our event banners, event T-shirts, and you will be mentioned on other videos, productions, as in giving credit where credit is due. So I just want to give the heads up on that. There, I will repeat this information as we continue on. So, well, all right. Let's see what we got here. Baltimore Zach said you copied his haircut. I don't see how that's possible.
Nope.
Zach, people don't realize Zach's got short hair. Yours is pulled back in a ponytail. Is that correct?
That is correct.
See, Zach,
Hold up.
I could do the same. Oh, so you're letting your hair out? My hair ain't pulled back. Your hair's a little longer than mine. Mine's getting that way. Mine's a little shorter than that, but mine's getting there. I'm not gonna pull my hair's a mess right now. That's why I have my camera off. So, but all right. First of all, I want to give you guys. I usually like to start off with a panel. I always go across, looking on my panel from left to right. I'm going to start off with Baltimore. I'm glad you had the night off, Baltimore. I'm glad things worked out where you could be with us tonight. I want to give you the opportunity to share any information that you might be willing to share if you have anything new going on down in your in your neck of the woods, down in Southeast Texas.
Yeah, I have nothing new. I've been asking people if they had any other Bigfoot sightings and things like that. I really haven't been pushing it so much. But what I would like to do here in the next few weeks is talk to some hunters and maybe even talk about getting some stuff on the paper and checking if there anybody out there who's actually had Bigfoot reports and off of their deer hunting. So that's what I'm going to do this year. The reason why I didn't go to Austin this week was my uncle. I decided to stay here with you guys.
All right, hold on one second. Nikki,
Yeah.
Nikki, was that my? I saw somebody on the live chat mention something about the microphone.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it? I think it's
Um,
you.
it may be me. Yeah, I have to start muting myself when someone else is talking. So yeah, because I heard Baltimore pretty clear there, right till the very last second there. But so yeah, it might be my microphone interfering. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to watch. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. When you mute it, it stops.
Okay. All right. I will try to stop. Well, as soon as I'm done talking, I'll go ahead and try to mute myself right away. I'll have to stay on this page to keep up with that. Let's try something. All right. Is my microphone muted now?
No.
All right.
Oh, but oh.
Oh, you know what I'm trying to do? Because see, my headset has a switch on it, and the whole time the switch has been actually on mute. So maybe that might have something to do with the interference.
Okay, now there's no interference.
Ah, that's okay. I just figured out the problem then. It's because this the switch on my microphone has been on mute the whole time, and for some reason the mute doesn't work. So somehow it was trying to interfere.
Yeah.
Something was so. All right. Well,
I don't hear it now.
awesome. Hopefully that clears that up. So, all right. Well, Nikki, I'm gonna go ahead and jump with you. What you got going on? You here? I know you've been. There's been a lot of information you've been popping up and sharing. It's disgusting on Facebook lately. So, what you got going on?
Well, I'm just trying to catch up on all these new people I'm following, like Bigfoot Odyssey. I have been just trying to watch, but his videos are so long. They're over an hour long. So it's like
Wow.
you got to be dedicated to watch that, And so I've been watching all of him. I've been trying to catch up on all of Squatch Watchers. I've been trying to catch up on anything Jimmy Blatton's been doing. I started to watch DDoS and his Dogman project. There is so many good stuff now. There was a short time there where it was the same stuff always coming out. It wasn't like anything new I had seen. But now we've got a bunch of new players, and they're putting out I think some really quality stuff.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
but that's a lot of watch time or listening time, try to hook it up while I'm driving or doing something and watching that way.
Yeah, you're talking about a lot of new people, a lot of new. I guess I don't know. What do we call them? Bigfooters. I mean, there's a lot of new people involved. YouTubers.
Enthusiast YouTubers, researchers. I mean, we've got a whole different group. People who are just they love the subject. You can tell they have the passion for the subject. And that's what we need. We need people to be excited about it and not to fight about it.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I think with that being said, let's hope that like me. I mean, I think I can speak for all of us right here on the panel alone that we all have a strong passion for this. It's just with the newcomers, if they're new in general, getting involved with the whole Bigfoot thing. I just hope they're willing to take their time.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Take your time, not rush into everything, not try to produce stuff. Because we know there's people that have been involved with this all the time, feel like they have the urge to got to come up with something every time they go out in the woods. That's
every
uncalled
time.
for. It's uncalled
Every
for, really.
time. Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I know I've had people tell me my videos are boring. That's the way it goes. I don't find stuff every time I go in the woods, but but I will say I was excited last time I went in the woods. I was like, I know the pictures and the video that I may have showed of what I found. I know photos and videos don't always do justice, but I was excited to see what I saw in person, as far as the tracks. And I was, I'm convinced, that they were squash tracks. I'm starting to see a little bit more of the rest of the wildlife getting more active too. I mean, of course, deer, they stay active year round. But I'm starting to see more bear signs. Bear signs are getting more active again because we've been getting a lot of warm temperatures up here in Virginia. I'm sure you guys too down in North Carolina. And so it's the wildlife are moving around, and with that being said, I believe the squatches are going to be moving around.
Yeah.
It's like one thing I think we could all agree to is when the prey moves around, the predators follow. So, so yeah, it's just with these new people in there, just I hope they do it right. I mean, and what's the right word? Kudos to them if they do come up with something good. So.
Right.
All right. Real quick, let me jump on the live chat. I'm gonna look at the live chat. Meanwhile, Taylor, I know you guys have been getting a lot going on, and you guys just got done off the show the other day with
Bigfoot Odyssey.
Bigfoot Odyssey. Yeah. So that was a great show. I was in it for most of it, and man, there was one part I really missed out. I had to go back to listen to it, especially certain things got brought up. It was pretty funny.
Oh gosh, yeah. I tried to get him not to name drop. I was like, don't name drop, please.
Oh yeah, what's David? David's like, he said the name. He was like, oops.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought that was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, it was a good time.
So you guys got some projects you guys are working on right now?
We do. Well, Tate, they've kind of got a wrench thrown in them because Tate, and then we've been out a couple times, but nothing's happened, so we haven't had anything to put on YouTube. I mean, it's just like we try to post stuff weekly, but it's just past couple weeks has been kind of dead, and then our producer for our little local station that we have or whatever, the guy whose land he lets us use all of his land and stuff, and he called us and said there was a branch broke, which is in our video and stuff like that. And then I was thinking too, I have a pair of binoculars.
Right.
They're pretty heavy duty, handy. And I was going to say if whenever you're selling your tickets, if you wanted, we could just for the people that buy tickets whenever they get to your event, if they want, we could give those binoculars away. You know what I'm saying? It's and they could get anyone from your Virginia con or whatever. I mean, it's just a pair of binoculars, but they're pretty handy duty, pretty heavy. I mean, if you want to do that as a giveaway, also, you could get all of your panel and everybody to sign them if you want, and give them away, whatever you want to do with them.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be very awesome. Yeah, because I do plan on doing a raffle there as well. Because I got a list of all the for example, I got a separate raffle that I'm doing for the first early bird ticket buyers.
Yeah.
Because for the first early bird ticket buyers, which the early bird tickets are already sold. Because that deadline went out. But for them, there's going to be a raffle drawing for a North American Sasquatch from Creature replica that I have. Brand new, has never been opened, and it's a great collector's item.
Yeah.
For those who are familiar with it, it's about a $65 figurine. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I got that. I actually got two of them, but I'm not getting rid of the second one. I want to keep at least one of them.
Yeah.
Unless I decide, hey, maybe I might do a second raffle with it. I don't know yet. So because the way I plan on doing everything with the speakers, because I'm emceeing the event itself, so I'll be sure to definitely do the raffle. I'm going to be doing raffles in between speakers and presentations, and so we could definitely arrange that, get that worked out. So
sweet.
Yeah. So and that's usually what we did last year at our last event. I went around to I went around and asked all the vendors if they were willing to donate an item for raffle for the giveaways and everything. So
sweet.
So I may do that again as well. So it worked out great last year. We'll do it again this year.
Awesome.
And so yes, most definitely.
I know we're really, really excited about it. And I kept trying to squeeze it in on the Bigfoot Odyssey, but there was so many questions coming in. And I know. I squeezed it in at the very end. Finally, I got it in.
Well, it was funny because I didn't realize. I guess at first, because I kept asking a question, and which I'll probably get to ask you guys tonight. But the question I kept asking, because I guess I kept repeating it, and then I kept adding on I guess one of them saw that I was trying to promote the event as well.
Yeah.
He can't hate me on that one, for trying. But
You got to plug. You got to plug.
oh yeah, most definitely. So, um, what was I going to say? There was something on there that I was going to say. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, I kept seeing like my comments. I went back. I said, I know there's a lot of comments here, but I said, and then there was one time I got timed out because I kept trying to post something, it wouldn't post. And I was like, man, then finally I did it again, and then I was told, we get the point, blah blah blah. Yeah. I was like, okay, whatever. So, but yeah, there is one question I do want to ask, and that is, um, do you guys have a collection of casts that you guys have from finding tracks out in the field?
Yeah. Okay. The ones that we casted, that was like whenever we first started. So we've got, but there's one that's great, and we're trying to talk Rex into letting us bring it. Like it was featured on whenever the I don't want to say the name of the show. The Animal Planet crew came. They featured it in their show. So Rex has got it, and he sent it to places. We're going to try to get him to let us bring it. I don't know. If not, we're going to try to like take. I mean, we've got some casts, but they're not the best cast because that was whenever we were first trying it, whenever we started. So we're going to definitely bring some casts, but we're trying to get that one because that one is to us like the holy grail for us. I mean, it's pretty good cast. So we're going to try.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very. With my cast, I got some. I got a collection of casts, but I'll tell you what, they're not the prettiest looking either because I look at like some of the ones they have, like for example, look at the replica of the Patterson footage track.
Yeah.
And then I've seen several others that have casts out there, and man, they look so like perfect. I was like, they got to be like the soil and the terrain's got to be right in order to, because
the one Rex has was actually casted in like a clay top mud, and dude, it casted perfect. And there's like he's got all video edited, like documented of the old man that found it and everything, and he offered like a reward. It's crazy. It's in the charity hunt that I posted for the D'Angelo Williams Foundation, and it's pretty cool.
Okay.
We're trying to get it.
Nice. Yeah, real quick, there is a topic I am going to bring up because I saw it in the live chat. I think it's interesting to talk about too because I'm familiar with some of it about this individual. I want to give everybody on here a reminder. That I am raising money for the funds going towards the Virginia Bigfoot Conference happening June 29th. Any funds that you guys are willing to donate is highly appreciated. However, everyone that's willing to donate $100, at least $100, I will put them down with their name, company logo, or Bigfoot logo that they have by a group association. They'll be listed as a sponsor, and as sponsors, I will also add you to our event T-shirt and our event banner. So, again, if you're willing to sponsor by $100, you will have those benefits. And the PayPal link, please feel free to use the PayPal link, which is found in the description of this live feed. Also, it's been Beelin and Nikki has been both posting the PayPal link, which is the ECBRO link in there. So, and if you are wanting to donate, give me the proper name, email me your name and logo at ECBRO98@gmail.com. Again, that is ECBRO98@gmail.com. So, your donations, if you're willing to donate anything else less than $100, that is fine. But for those who do donate $100, will be listed as a sponsor. And also, I will add in the benefit of, as a sponsor, you'll have free admittance to the event itself. So, and following the event, for those who are unaware, we do have a week-long camping expedition. So that is part of the benefits to come on out and be a part of that as well. So we have a great time. It's a very squatchy, primitive area, very remote. So come out there, and the benefits about having our expeditions with other people, you get to meet new people, fellowship, learn new stories, learn new information, and maybe experience something together. So I want to give everybody a heads up on that. So I will repeat this information again as we go further into it. Now, as we're getting into the next topic, I wanted to make an announcement. Oh, well, not to make an announcement. I want to bring up the subject of the individual that's known for homesteading Bigfoot. I know Nikki. I think you're familiar with this, right?
Yeah.
Um, um, he's the one who's been. I just saw a link recently. He's about posting. No, putting a game camera in his woodpile. I have not watched that video. I've just been told about it. I'm familiar with a couple of his other videos he's had out, where he's claimed to have actually filmed something. I don't know. He does more talking through his videos than anything, kind of like Todd Standing, um, I guess he actually has shown a few things. One of the individuals in the live chat talked about how kind of a strange character he is. So, I don't know. What do you know about him? Or any of you guys know anything about this homesteading Bigfoot YouTube channel?
Is he the guy that always says Bigfoot Sasquatch? Sasquatch
Yeah,
Bigfoot?
I
He
believe
always says
so.
both of them together.
Yep.
I just now started to watch him, and I started to watch that video, but I kind of got lost in it. It just didn't do a whole lot for me. But that doesn't
Right.
mean he doesn't have stuff. You gotta watch more. You gotta watch other stuff. You can't really judge anybody off of one video, And I know he had some funny stuff in the beginning, but I haven't seen any of his more serious stuff. Unless it's all supposed to be serious, then I'm in trouble.
Right.
So I don't know. That'll be some homework, I guess. We can do homework, and I can report back to you on that.
Okay. Hey, that works. I don't know. Do you? How about you, Taylor or
Nope.
Baltimore? You
I
guys
don't
know
know.
anything about this? Yeah. Yeah. It's. I guess it's something I don't really pay much attention to. And I guess like I said, he gets like I don't know what is it, 1 million views, but
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
yeah, because I think.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. Go ahead, Nikki. No, you're
No,
all
I
right.
was going to say, I thought he was the guy. B just said it too, that he's the one who holds up the circles and says some
Oh.
things there. I think he's that guy. And his videos were real funny, so I thought it was more satire. But now he's putting off real stuff, so I'm a little confused there. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
I have
okay.
to
Yeah.
check into it.
Yeah. I'm reading what B said, and huh. Yeah, I actually found that. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a huge following.
Yeah, I see what Marcellus said. Yeah, I actually accidentally found that and was totally lost. I
Yeah.
thought it was like a comedy thing.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. And
Wow.
so I don't know. It could be like another Peter Kane thing, People believed in that stuff. So, and it's not people. Peter Kane is satire comedy. He does not have a Bigfoot head in his freezer. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Viper Getty said I just watch him a lot because he's strange.
Yeah.
Perhaps so. So. Is there anyone else out there that's I guess kind of new and upcoming that we made?
The Squatch team. This is the first time I had start hearing about them. The couple. I can't remember their names now. I might have wrote it down. What's her name?
Is that the ones that Bigfoot Odyssey's going to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
In Oklahoma, I think. Somewhere.
yeah. I can't think of their names now.
What do you know about them, Taylor?
I don't know. That's the first I heard about him too. He was just mentioning them. I know he's going up there to do like a video on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then there was another couple too that they had already gone to, and I think
Yeah.
it was Oklahoma. Was it?
Are the Louisiana ones?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They looked like really interesting one. I want to
Yeah.
get into their stuff. But I didn't catch their names either. I didn't have my paper. I have like a book. I have to write everything down or I can't remember. I mean, I've got sheets and sheets of Bigfoot stuff just so that I can remember names and who does what and who's putting on what. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. If you go from the West Coast to East Coast, you know, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
Huh. Does anyone know a William Mitchum Jr. of Paranormal?
Not right off. Mm-mm.
William Mitchell. No.
Yeah, now Zach had mentioned something about after our last call out, William Mitchell Jr. of Paranormal, me is starting up a cryptid investigation team. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
Maybe Marcella. Marcella Chadwick is on the chat. She is partners with Jimmy Blanton
Oh
and
yes,
his what if it's all true talk shoe radio
Oh
thing.
yeah, and she's also partnership in helping them with the Harlan, Kentucky CryptoCon.
Yeah, the
Which
Crypticon.
yeah, Taylor, are you guys a part of that, or was that last year? You guys a part
We're
of that?
trying. I mean, I'm pretty sure me and Toby's at least going to be up there, like walking around and stuff.
Okay.
We're actually trying to. I'm trying to get an answer from Tate and David to give the okay to actually go try to speak there. But I don't know if I think Jimmy may be full now. I'm thinking we probably
Okay.
waited a little too late. I thought he said he was going to have 7 speakers or something. I'm not for sure.
Oh yeah, I think there's a total of 8 because I know I think
Oh,
I
okay.
made I made number 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are able to get up that way, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
We went
come on
last
out there.
year. We went last year and like walked around and done like a couple interviews with people. It was pretty good. It's a pretty good
Nice.
show. Yeah, it stayed pretty busy the whole all day long. So it's a pretty good show.
That's awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to that because that is taking place in Harlan, Kentucky, June 8th.
Mhm.
So, hey, Marcella said we will make you a place. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
So, hey, Jim Jerkins, you finally made it on when we're live. Cool. Let's see what else. There was something else. I was wondering if I was missing something else. Oh, Marcelo said a little earlier, folks, I'm a newbie. I came tonight to steal your wisdom. I've been in paranormal for almost 20 years, but new to the cryptid side. But excited and eager to learn from you all. Well, with that being said, one thing I know we love a lot here is questions. Questions on the live chat. We're not experts, but we will try our best and respond to the best of our ability. So,
Mhm.
all right. Hey, we got Longcoat Mafia podcast with us. I just recently did a show with them a few days ago, and that was a very great show there. Yeah, check them out. Again, they're the Longcoat Mafia podcast, and they're great friends with one of our speakers for the June 29th ECBRO Virginia conference. Matt Burns, which is a movie film producer and also one of the stars of the movie itself. So yeah, we got some great stuff coming up here. Our event June 29th in Virginia. We have film producers that'll be there doing a presentation and an airing of their movies, selling their movies direct. And as well as book authors. We'll have book authors on site with their books. So yeah, we got a number of different vendors that will cater to everybody. So yeah, you guys got to come on out. And I tell you what, I want to give a shout out for those who follow and watch listen to Night Callers Radio. Night Callers Radio it's actually became a advertising sponsor for us. So they will from here on out they will have a advertisement with my message that they'll be playing advertising our show and with website information and all that good stuff. So yeah, I want to give kudos to them. I appreciate what they're doing for our event. So and so yeah,
They're
because
great.
Yeah, they're great. I've been on their show like
Yeah.
4 times, which is
Yeah.
pretty super.
Yeah, same here. They're good. They're great. They're great.
Awesome. Long code. Daniel's a great interview. Well, thank you, B. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see what do we got here.
Seth Murphy has a question.
Oh,
Seth,
have we ever heard of the BFRO? Who hasn't? Yeah.
well, then he says, has any of you ever been threatened by a Bigfoot on a hunt?
No, I actually
No.
never have. I never experienced anything aggressive, to be honest with you. I know others that
It
claim
depends.
to have things. Oh, go ahead,
It
Baltimore. What's
depends.
that?
It depends what you mean by that. The
Yeah.
only thing that I've felt threatened was I heard that I told the story to y'all many a times here on the show about when I was in that tree and I heard the deep breathing sound and I kind of felt it like a threat. And then a
Right.
couple of days later, when I came back, the tree's knocked down. You know, so he basically kicked me out of my spot. So if you could call that a threat. So
Well, that's funny because I have had a big rock thrown at me before. I'm way out in the woods, but here's a funny thing. I didn't feel threatened. I got excited. I was like, all right, So I was like, there's something here, So I don't know. I guess maybe that should have been a threat, but more or less of intimidation. Like, get out of here. You gotten too close to us, or you wandered in too far. But so I don't know. And I guess depends on how you look at that. That could have been considered a threat, I guess. Like, it wasn't. It didn't hit me, but I'm sure if they wanted to, they probably could have.
Yeah.
oh
So,
yeah, for sure.
but it was a big rock. I will tell you that much. So, let's see. All right. Tea time with Tiffany. You can call me Tiffany. And she said, "Hey, Taylor."
Hey, how are you?
Let's see. What else we got here? All right, Marcella said, I actually do have a question. I had an experience, but I'm kind of on the fence. Most stories I hear say Bigfoot has a face that is hairless, kind of ape-like. But what I saw was totally covered in hair. So, and then she goes on to say, is that a normal trait as well? I really think they all vary depending on wherever the region and location. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that one? That is a good question.
Yeah.
So,
Who went to go first?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, mine that I saw was all hairy. The only thing that he had, that only thing that didn't have any hair was just across his eyes, straight down. But the rest of it was all hair.
That's interesting.
Yeah, just like it was just like sort of like this, and from all the way up, from down here from the nose, all the way up here, no hair, and all the way around here had no hair, but the rest of it was all hair.
Nice.
That's how I would picture them if I saw one cleared, like how you said Baltimore. That's to me that sounds like a traditional what a Sasquatch to me would look like. Now the night callers people, ladies, they claim they have a snouted Bigfoot. So wonder what that would look like. Would it just be, like just skin all the way down here or something? I mean, that's strange too.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, because think about that, a Bigfoot with a snout. Yeah, I know we kind of talked about that in the past in a few
Yeah.
discussions, and I like how they say it's a Bigfoot with a snout. How they label it as a Bigfoot. Now, I think in some cases, if this is a Bigfoot, I mean, if somebody else saw that, mainly a strictly a dogman believer, could
Yeah.
they have strictly seen that and say, "Hey, I seen a dogman"? So that makes you wonder if these dogmen believers are actually seeing maybe a Bigfoot, and it's just a different type of Bigfoot, with a different deformity or physical bodily trait that's not really common.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That's just something to think about, I guess. But Huh. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess like I said, I've always considered a Bigfoot with a snout kind of similar to what a baboon is.
Yeah.
But being an ape and all, I know a lot of people that believe that Bigfoot is human. I have to, I try to be careful to how I present my side of things, because if he's human, then according to science, we're human, but we're also considered primates.
Yeah.
So that's why when I say I believe Bigfoot is a ape of its own species, we're considered human apes. So
Yeah.
so regardless, human ape, there's different ways we could classify that and how we label ourselves or refer to others or anything in general. But so you got human apes and non-human apes.
Yeah.
So so I mean, if he's human ape, then why would he have a snout? I think it would. See, that's my point.
Yeah.
If I would say he's more non-human ape, then that's relating more to a subspecies of a baboon. This happens
Yeah.
to be in that deformity. But that's how I look at things. And I know I'm not the best at explaining it, but I hope that little illustration kind of helps gets a few people to understand what I've been trying to get at there. So,
Yeah.
See, also
so
too, Daniel, what I think also is basically is the way their genetics is. There could be other places in that maybe up north that their noses could be a little bit more larger, that can look at this as being a snout. So all humans are different.
right.
All different chimpanzees look different about a certain way.
Oh
They
yeah.
all have their certain looks, and everything depends upon what the eyewitnesses have actually seen that particular time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I agree. Um, I know the other thing we talked about too before. I think we were talking about like the southern regions, like Florida to Louisiana, and those general states down that where people refer to the Bigfoot as the skunk ape. Of course, when I first heard of skunk ape, it more or less originated more out of the Florida thing. So, and then I'm thinking, well, why not more into Louisiana, where in those states that have the swamps, and the tropical type swamps and flooded areas. So I would think more of a skunk ape in those general areas, where their features may be more long and shaggy looking to uh, compared to, like, say, let's move total opposite direction to the Pacific Northwest, where the Sasquatch or the Bigfoot is much taller, more bulkier, maybe different hair features, dark red brown to dark, just very broad and taller. I know, and then we're moving up along the East Coast. I think they vary, but they more average. You hear about some big tall tales, but then I think most average reports I've ever heard between 6 to 8 feet tall. Not saying they don't get bigger than that up here, but most reports I've gathered and the information and data I've always heard, um, always was mentioned around up to 8 feet tall. But I think I heard one time, I think somebody said, yeah, he had been at least 10 feet tall, maybe 11 feet, which I could see that, but I'm just going off of basically mostly most of what's reported, in my own ears,
Mhm.
But so again, I think they definitely vary wherever they come from. So hold on, we do have another. Well, there was another question on here I am overlooking. B. Lynn, I agree with you on that. Michelle Owens said, I'm a miniature Bigfoot. LOL.
And then I called her a little person Bigfoot. You have to be politically correct, remember? This is what we were talking about. Matter of fact, this with Marcella and Jimmy on their show. So we were talking about how, who knows? They could be any size. They could be little, big, tall. It doesn't, if they're anything like how we are genetically, then, you could have even some with disformities that could create
Yep.
the snout. We could
Yeah.
have, it could be all kinds, maybe there is some 5 foot at full grown at 5 foot or 4 foot. We don't know. We can just speculate that the majority of the sightings are in the 8 to 9 foot range, but you know, there's just so much possibility there.
Well, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, if a Sasquatch does not get any taller than 3 feet in his lifespan, then he is an Ewok.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Hey,
hey,
Daniel,
oh yeah, go ahead.
who do you have muted?
What's that?
Who
It's
do you have
Mike.
muted?
It's Mike.
Oh, Mike, he's got himself muted. Yeah, he
Okay.
can unmute himself.
Yeah, I'm trying to let everybody else talk.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know you were here. See, I'm on another page watching the live chat. So, but hey, feel free to jump in at any time. I got 2 pages of Windows open up on my laptop. So, yeah.
You have to just jump in, Mike, because otherwise you'll never get a word in with
I
Daniel.
know. Yeah.
Everything's so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just listening. It's good stuff.
You know,
Well,
also too, we got talking about sizes. Humans. There's midgets. There's small. There's small little people.
yeah.
Maybe there could be some genetics there. Where something is actually maybe like around 3 to 4 foot tall. Full grown. Like somebody said. We just don't know.
Right.
So it's all up to us to keep our eyes wide open. Out there, in the north, all over, just to see what we could possibly see. And then, and again, we have to report it accurately. We have to. I mean, we have to do that. We have some kind of evidence of any particular thing, like a footprint or hair samples, or just something small to say, hey, look, I saw something here, and even though they don't give that, at least talk to somebody about it and say, hey, look, I thought I saw something here today that was totally different, and when people always talk to me, they always say, I don't want you to think I'm crazy, but this is what happened to me. So it's real good to talk to us or talk to anybody who you real feel comfortable about, talking about the subject of Bigfoot. So.
Oh yeah. I want to give a shout out. We got Mr. Tracy Arnold live in the live with us in the live chat. Awesome. So hiking. So for those who don't know, hiking with Sasquatch Outlaw and Mr. Tracy Arnold right here, another Virginia resident. So check out his YouTube channel. That man stays active 24/7.
All the time.
Yeah. He's got like live footage going on every day, so definitely check that out. He's got some great stuff going on, and he gets a lot of awesome activity. Tracy, I'd like to get him on here and ask him a couple questions, but see if you could maybe you can answer in the live chat. I haven't been keeping up with much of anyone else's really YouTube channels, but I'd like to know if he's got anything new going on. So, all right. What do we got? We got a cane. Is that right? We got a cane in here. Said, okay, he's not that special yet. You'll want to say hi one day. Good night. Okay. All right. Well, hi, Kane. I will say hi to you, Kane. So, I don't know. Was he active early? Oh yeah, there he was earlier. He said, "Can I come live with you guys and get out of the city?" Not sure. Sounds like Kevin. Trying to get on here. See, Tracy. You know what, Tracy? If you can, I'm gonna send you the link. Hold on one second. Alright. Alright, let me jump to YouTube. Excuse me, Facebook real quick. Alright. Oh, I just had some lady investor to say good morning. She must be on the other side of the world.
Yeah, you had. What did you have on your chat the other day? Tokyo or where?
Oh, I don't know about that. Kenya.
Kenya. That was it. You had somebody from
Yeah,
Kenya
isn't that
on there.
part of Africa, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. We get people from wherever. I mean, I'm sure Taylor and Tate. You guys probably get people all over the world too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool how people
Yeah.
just chime in and listen to you from wherever.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you got Canada. It's more. Yeah, it's been getting more common to get more Canada people and Australia.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to meet and know more and more people from Australia, which is awesome. Because yeah, they're ahead of us right now. They're like it's noontime the next day over there right now. So, but or close to it anyway. But so let's see what we got. Now, Tracy Arnold, if you're on the live chat still, I did send you a link to join in live if you are able to. Your fans await you.
Oh.
He said, I don't have my hat on. Send one of the kids to go get him.
Oh, so that was Taylor and Tate. They speak on who's going to be at the conference. Who's all your speakers? Say it again.
Oh, I have to go down and give a rundown on my speakers.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to remember them all. Now let me.
You should have that plastered all over your house by now.
I know, right? All right. Well, we got the North Carolina Squatch Watchers. Yes, Mr. Taylor and Mr. Taylor that's live with us, and the rest of the gang, Tate, David, and all them. Let's see. We also have, for those who don't know, Mr. Matt Burns. Matt Burns is a film producer. He will actually be sharing his new movie premiere. It's called Bigfoot. It's actually kind of from what I understand, it's kind of a horror movie with a little bit of comedy mixed in there. So that should be interesting. So yeah, we have Matt Burns. Let's see, we have the She Squatches returning with us. For those who know Jen and Jenna, Jen Cruz and Jenna Grover, and they also have one of their other new additions. And I am bad right now with names because I cannot remember her name. There's another young lady that's joined them not long ago. So yeah, they'll be joining us again. No, hold on. Try not to have a brain fart here while I'm thinking about this because I don't have no picture. I don't have nothing I'm going by right now. Oh, Michael Cook and Gwendolyn of the Paracryptid Studies. Yeah, will be joining with us. So yeah, Michael Cook from all the way from Kentucky and Gwendolyn. I got to meet Gwendolyn for the first time just was it about a month ago? They came up and was part of one of our local seminars. So I'm glad she'll be coming back. She's a sweetheart, and she did a separate presentation all by herself at our library lecture, and it was awesome. She did a great job. And then see what else we got. Mr. Zach Sterick from the Southern Illinois Monster Hunter Show. All right.
Yeah. Oh, there's Jimmy.
Hey guys, I'm popping in late. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Now, how much are the tickets now? Some tea time with Tiffany was wondering.
Oh yeah, general admission tickets are $30 each. Which you can find that on our website, which is virginiabigfootcon.com. And yeah, since we're talking about ticket prices and everything else, we're this show tonight. I'm also using the show as a fundraiser, and the link is posted into the. There is a PayPal link listed into the description of this tonight's show. Anybody who is willing to donate $100 will be put down and listed as a sponsor. So if you want to be considered as a sponsor for the event, I'll be glad to do that. And excuse me a second. I have my phone ringing in my ears, and it's this new lady. I decided to send accept her friend request. Her name's LV. I don't know. She blown up my phone for some reason. I don't talk to new total strangers like that. I think it's weird that they willing to call you right off the back. So, all right, you won't be calling me no more. You're from Laguna, Columba. I never heard of the place. All right. Well, you are now blocked because you're a nuisance. I can't. Some people are just a nuisance sometimes. All
Yeah.
right. So, um, so yeah. Check out the website. It's virginiabigfootcon.com. We got a lot that's going to be going on there. And we're gonna for those who didn't know last year, for all the children, even the adults, we have. Yes, I'm calling it professional face painting. My real good friend and research partner, Greg Corbin, his wife does phenomenal work. She does henna tattoos. She did a lot of Bigfoot artwork last year. So, excuse me. Come on out there. Bring the children out there. That's where even the adults could get their henna tattoos, Bigfoot work, all kinds of stuff out there. She does amazing work. So yeah, we're gonna have Alyssa Corbin doing all that. And I will mention, I was debating if I should mention or not, but since they are coming out there, I am going to mention Chaos Mountain Brewing Company. They're a local brewery, family owned, out of Virginia here. They will be serving their very own Squatch Ale. So,
Cool.
yes. We were supposed to have them last year, but our venue that we had last year sucked because they threw a wrench in that at the last minute. Required too much. I was supposed to provide armed security guards at $50 an hour each. I was like, nah, never mind. So I had to cancel them out last year because of what the venue was doing to me. So, but but all that squared away. So, yeah, I just now saw what Zach said. Zach said, if anyone wants to donate $200, Daniel will pose in the flower necklace, coconut bra. Yeah, he got me. He brought that up from Illinois last year. So, hey, I still got all that stuff. I'll do it right now. Show me the money. Yeah. All right. What do we got? Daniel, Christy M, and Bigfoot Explorer. Last chat donated. Oh yes, absolutely. They donated through the super chat. Absolutely, yeah. Those funds right now, I'm not available to get those funds. Those are on YouTube. I know a lot of people don't understand how YouTube works. As far as funds, I don't have enough funds because you got to accumulate. They only send out like $100 at a time. Is that correct, Taylor? Are you familiar with that?
The payout for Google AdSense.
Yeah. Payout.
Once you cross your $100 threshold, they'll send it to you. So it could take. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. See, that's why. That's the thing. There's funds sitting there. I don't have access to yet. So.
And then they only pay out like once a month, so it will build up, and then yeah.
So yeah, that's why I have no access to that. It's nowhere near that much anyway. But it's half there, which is awesome. So, but still. Yeah. That's why I set up the PayPal for those who want to donate and actually consider themselves being a sponsor. That's why I have the PayPal link in the description, and between Nikki and B, they've been posting the link in the live chat. So again, if you want to be a sponsor, send your donation to the PayPal link and send me your name and the logo you want promoted to my email. And the email again is ECBRO98@gmail.com. So, Viper Getty, no, I'm not putting no skirt on.
Seth had another question too.
I'm missing some of these questions here. Let me see.
Yeah,
what is it?
He said, do y'all believe other cryptids like creatures like wolf or dog man, hellhound or chupacabra?
Chupacabra, yes.
Yeah, chupacabra.
Yeah, that one I could definitely go by.
And I think I could have believed in the Loch Ness monster. Like I think it could have been. I believe you now, but I do think it could have been.
I have to agree with you there. I mean, well, Taylor, you think there's a possibility of of the existence of something like that still today, maybe, or you think that's just
I do.
maybe too
I
late?
do because I
Oh,
think
do you?
there's plenty of the ocean that's not discovered yet. I
Oh
do. I
yeah.
do. In a big giant lake like that, I wouldn't think there would still be one. I think that's what it is, right? In a big giant lake or something.
I thought it was. It's a lake that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, I thought the lake actually connected out to the ocean, or
Yes.
out to.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, what's the other? What's the other one? There was something else. I think.
Mothman.
Yeah, the Mothman. Now, I've been in discussions about Mothman before. People claim to have see something they describe as a Mothman, and I got to thinking. I looked at a couple. I had to think about a couple known species that could have been similar to what people describe seeing from the Mothman, or as what they call the Mothman. And one of the things I came up with uh, was an owl, maybe some kind of species of an owl. Could that be a possibility? Could they be
Or
seeing some
that
giant?
what that horse head bat? Have you or what's it called? Is it called a
Oh,
horse
Jersey
head bat?
Devil.
The
Jersey
yeah,
devil.
Devil.
the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil.
Well, see, people report the Jersey Devil, but yeah, there is bats that resemble that. They stand about what, 4 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet tall.
Yeah,
There's some big
something like that.
ones.
Now we had ours. Like in 1975, we had reports in Beeville, Texas, about the big bird that people have
Ah,
here,
yes.
and they even seen it in San Antonio area. They seen it down in Dropstown, Texas. They and some of them even a gentleman even saw it flying in Hawaii, not Hawaii, excuse me, Alaska. And Native Americans, called it the Thunderbird.
Yep. I was just about
And
to say
Now,
that.
yeah,
now,
and but
yeah.
there's a lot of stories that's still around. Even the I know of 1974, 1994, there was sightings in San Antonio, and there's been a lot of sightings here in Texas about this creature, and
Hmm.
it stands like around 6 foot, 7 foot tall, and has a long neck, has a
Very
long neck.
long. Yeah, very long, wide wingspan too, right?
Right, exactly. Has like a white collar around the neck. People have been seeing, but everybody basically it's like Bigfoot. Everybody who's seen it uh, actually described it the same way. And here in Beeville, Texas, here from my house, like maybe like around 6 blocks away, they actually seen it again in 1975. And something I've always said is something dealing with the year of 1975 where a lot of people have actually seen all these different kinds of creatures, like the lizard man, for example,
Yeah.
and a lot of other creatures like that, but only in this certain year. So that,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, my
Uh,
husband swears he saw one in 2006
Mm.
really?
when we lived in Colorado Springs.
Hmm.
wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's
real
cool.
quick, I want to make a comment to Seth on the live chat. Because he was just saying sorry for all the questions. I don't apologize for the questions at all. We love the questions.
That's
The
what we're
question,
here for.
absolutely, yeah. The questions, it adds to our discussion. It helps promote, build up our discussion. So
Oh,
never
sure.
apologize for questions. If we don't know an answer, we'll say we don't know, but we'll try our best to give a response, a most logical response as possible. But yeah, don't ever apologize for questions. Again, they're highly appreciated with us. Um,
I'm keeping track of the question. It's just trying to get it in at the right part.
oh
You know?
yeah. But yeah, it's funny. We're talking about the Thunderbirds and big giant birds. Um, there's been reports of that up this way too. Between North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. Um, One thing, have you guys ever heard of a pterodactyl sighting or a pterodactyl type bird?
I've heard of.
I've
I've
heard
heard
of
of
it.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's just, I would love to see if there's any truth behind anything like
Yeah.
that.
And the Thunderbird thing. Whenever I was in high school, um, me and my buddy, we lived near a little elementary school, and they had like a big track, so we would walk over there and like just walk around the track at night, and like for some reason we were out goofing off, like messing around with cars and stuff, like not like vandalizing them, but like he'd like run at them and then run away, and they would stop and like, oh, but on the way walking back, I swear to y'all, like it's giving me cold chills since Baltimore said that. I swear I saw something. Like it wasn't a clear shot at the bird, but this thing had to have had like a 6 foot wingspan. I am not even lying. Like it gave me cold chills after he said that. Like I couldn't see. It was just a big black silhouette of this thing, and you know how the sky's like the blue tint, like a dark, and you could just see, like, I was like, y'all, did y'all see that? They're like, you're crazy, man. You're just scared. I was like, nah, I'm telling you, I saw something like a big bird. It was like a gigantic. I was like, holy cow. I don't know if it was something like trying to scare me, like, hey, y'all need to straighten up, don't be running at cars or what, but that was insane when I saw that. So I can actually say I've seen a giant bird like that. Well, and I've not known of any like regular birds flying at night. I never see it around here, so I mean, it's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. Nikki, what's going on in the live chat? I see.
What?
She said Katie mentioned the T word. You talking about Thinker Thunker, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I do not speak that name.
Oh. Oh Lord.
That's kind of an inside thing. People who have been following us know I don't care for it very much.
I'm like that too on a certain people. I'm like that too. You don't feel bad.
But they don't know. I had words
Yeah.
with this man, and so I have reason. But you can like him. It's okay.
Yeah, Viper Getty said, "Don't say the T word."
I will bring it up every time somebody says that too. So you can guarantee that.
Oh Lord. See what else we got here. I just saw something else about the Cherokee Devil. What was that about? Oh, ever heard of the Cherokee Devil? That son of a gun is scary as hell. I've heard of it, but I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. Well, you know anything on that, Baltimore?
No, I never heard of that before because that's got me stunned. Because I heard a lot of different stories, and with Jimmy's show, we were talking. I said something about the little people.
Yeah.
There was legends about the only thing that I was familiar with, the stories that I've heard when I was small, also something different was of little people, and Spanish we call it duendes. So basically means little people and stuff. And there
Oh.
are some arrowheads that people find, and they are so tiny, tiny, tiny. They're kind of like little birdie points, but they're so tiny, tiny, tiny. Natives actually made these little weapons for offerings for them. Not too many people know about that, so I hope I don't get in trouble for saying a little bit about the little bit of legend. But they would make small little weapons for these little people like that. They would just won't hide stuff from them, or just to keep them safe and stuff like that. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah. Yeah, but
Nikki,
not too many people know about stuff like that. It's like you look at the artifacts and everything like that, and people always ask me, well, what do they use these things for? And the very first thing came up, there was an offering to the little people. So yeah.
All right, we got more questions brewing here in the live chat. Nikki, I saw something you said you will chat on. Somebody's asking about Sasquatch, Ontario, and the
Yeah.
talking Bigfoot. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, a lot of people who are just coming into the field, that's what
Yeah.
happens,
Exactly.
Sasquatch, Ontario has been proven to be a hoax. It was actually the son of the property owner who was hoaxing Mike Patterson. Okay. And so Mike thinks it's real. And to this day, he'll say it was real. But the son, which now I can't think of his name, already came forward
Jeff?
saying enough was enough. What was his name?
You talking about Jeff? Are they related? Jeff Patterson?
No, the
Oh,
son.
okay.
The son. And already came out. He's got equipment. He had equipment, and he showed how he did it. If you follow Sasquatch Ontario, because I followed everything about that guy. And even one video he showed eyeballs. Well, that eyeball was a fish eyeball from a fish that was hanging on the wall in the cottage.
I remember that. Okay, I remember
Okay,
that.
and he went and he showed, look, there's the fish, there's the eye, and he focuses in, and sure enough, it's the same eye. Okay, and then there was a big dispute, and lawyers got involved, and he had actually put out all his videos of his proof that he had been hoaxing this guy and had kicked him off the property. But he had to pull some of that video off, I guess. So that's where it stands now. Mike has set up in a completely different place down the road and supposedly still has activity. I don't know, but there's still people who follow him, and I guess you can, but uh
Just be
I,
careful who you follow, really,
right,
because you can be
you
misled real quick.
right. So that's that story. There was no Mike and Flower and whatever else that thing said. That was all hoaxed. So
Wow.
All right.
Wasn't
There was.
that
Oh, go ahead.
wasn't
I'm
that
sorry, Jimmy.
wasn't that owner of the property? He was in a band and had this type of sound system and stuff that he could actually
yep.
do it. So it was crazy.
Yeah, there's still, I think, like 2 videos on YouTube that you can track and has that on there. So just do your research. Do your research. If you find somebody you really like, Google them. Oh my gosh, everything is out there now. You can find out anything about anyone, and that's a good way to start out who you like. Because trust me, don't follow people without knowing who you're following. People are asking me all the time about the Sasquatch. What's his name? Squatch Master or
Yeah, squash with Jeff Patterson.
oh God, please, people. You go. All his stuff is still out there too. So go do your research, watch the videos, and then make an educated determination
Yep.
who you're gonna follow. Because I mean, you can follow whoever you want, but don't you want to, further further the community and not see, people in suits jumping up in the grass? I mean,
You know,
some
the thing is also too, Nikki, is that I don't like it when people make jokes about about what we do, and but there's some people out there, that upon what they say is so stupid,
hmm
and they come up there and they say that it's fact when it's not. And,
Right.
yeah.
and then it makes us look, and then so the big serious Bigfoot researchers, they're going to make us look like idiots,
hmm
and then so that's why I say, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. you know but the thing is, again, we have to get our informations right. That's why,
hmm
we need like a little support group of the real true researchers to get the right information out there, to say, hey, look, this is what we do, and this is the facts that we have, and this is the documentation and stuff like that we have to back it up. So, and then when people start hoaxing like that, and start doing stuff that is false and saying that it's real, that again, it makes us look bad. So,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's okay for people to say, this is what I found. Judge for yourself.
hmm
This is what I think it is, but it could be this, it could be that. That's fine. That's, what we should be doing. We
hmm
need to question these things. And like Baltimore always says, when in doubt, throw it out.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Exactly.
if and I think even the Squatch watchers, I don't know, I've been watching so many things that one of the videos they were saying, it might have been David, if it's not over 5 or 6 feet tall, the break, why are you even gonna consider those
Yeah.
structures? You know,
Yeah.
because it could be anything. And
trees have diseases. There's termites. There's bees that eat the wood. I mean,
Yeah.
a hurricane. You got snow. I mean, you got all different kinds of stuff that affects the trees. You have diseases out there. A strong wind can actually blow trees and everything like that, and fall in an awkward angle, And then the very first thing, oh, that's a squash did that. BS, we have to consider nature. Nature does these certain things. When I was in Virginia, somebody taught me how to skin a cat. And if y'all don't know what skinning a cat is you get a little tree like around so big around, and you climb it like a flagpole, and you hold on to the top, and you let that go all the way down to the ground, and then you let it go. That's what skinning a cat is. And so and there's some times that their little angles were left there like that, but we just left them like that. And then if some Bigfoot, the researcher will come up there and say, "Hey, look, there's an arch." Well, because I did it.
Yep. Well,
You know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that you have to remember, if you're there, that means other people can be there.
Absolutely.
So many times I've heard videos where people are saying that has to be a squatch. There's nobody out here. There's nobody else out here but me. Well, you're out there, so that means somebody else could possibly be out there. My kid loves to stack stones. Okay.
Yeah, I do it too.
She makes that stuff huge sometimes, and I don't take them down. She's a kid, she wants to have fun. I remember doing that. So,
well, you ever see stacked stones? That's a good example. Because stacked stones, before I say what I want to say, I'll say this for the record. Stacked stones is an art. It's a fun decorative art to challenge yourself to what you can make stand on top of the other, and maybe make a design out of it. That I've seen there's people that actually really do that just for fun, and I've seen stacked stones out in the woods off of the side of trails. I've personally made stacked stones for my own personal experiments to see if there's interaction with them. But between what both of you, Nikki and Baltimore, you guys pretty much laid it all out there and hit the nail on the head. But if this is one thing I'll say. If you want to rule out on who to follow as a researcher, ask for evidence, ask for proof, question them, and if they cannot provide either or, then you can move on to the next one. Mic just dropped. Boom.
What do you guys think of a YouTuber that's really no longer around, but Nathan Rio? Anybody have any opinion of his videos?
I
don't think you can find his videos anymore.
I think Nikki followed him more than I ever did. I know very little.
I know why Nikki followed him though.
I followed him he was good looking, but I followed him, but right off the bat, I was very suspicious of his videos because to me, he didn't seem authentic. Some of the things he was saying in regards to that very first controversial video he had, where he had the two dogs out there with him. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I sure do.
He was showing, well, he's claiming that he's seeing a Sasquatch off to his side there, and these dogs are just loving it. They're not barking, they're not carrying on or pointing or anything. And the rumor was back then that he had his brother with him, because the one dog was his brother's and one was his. So things to me didn't line up at all. And I think he was in it for the money, and it didn't really happen for him.
It was pretty amazing how he could literally step in the woods and find prints. Just look down, look to the left, look to the right, tree structures, you just name it. It was fascinating to watch.
And then one of his tree structures was human made. Please. It had ropes on it and everything, and you could see that. You could see that. There was even garbage down in the corner. And he's claiming a Sasquatch can do that. No, it just didn't fly for me. So I watched him for a while, but mostly because he was the big thing at that time. And he went, he started to do his own thing, go out and see, or what was his motto?
I can't remember, but what's amazing? He's still got 25,000 followers on his YouTube page that has no videos. They're waiting for him to come back or something.
Oh, heck. He is an orator. Okay. He can talk.
Yeah.
He can get you completely engulfed in everything he's saying, and you want to believe everything he's saying. So, there are a lot of people who can do that. And he was one of them. And he may make a comeback, but I hear something else now.
There's another question on the chat there, guys.
Actually, there's a few of them. I think a few of them have passed by. I'm trying to see.
All right, sorry to get off on that tangent, but I had to ask.
Oh no, you're fine. No,
You're
it's all good. Nikki B said something about see my question, please. I'm not sure. I'm trying to find her question for you. Oh, question for guests. Who thinks it's truth? Some people see or interact or have experience with Bigfoot or Sasquatch almost daily or on demand.
I want to take a pop at that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Me personally, I cannot see how anyone could have a daily interaction with Bigfoot. I can't see it.
Yeah.
Because number one, he has to be hunting. He has to be eating. What's he's going to be doing all day long, spending the time just looking at you.
Yeah.
It does. Again, if it's in doubt, throw it out. Because the thing is, I'm like this. I had when I was in Virginia, when I was actually hunting, and I had a Bigfoot encounter, and then 7 years later, I had a very similar experience, but in the same spot. Because he knew very well that I would always come to this certain spot to go hunting, to go kill something, and to leave. If I would kill a deer, leave the intestines there, the field dressed deer there. But the thing was, for him was he was somewhere in the area, but my shot was the dinner bell, and I knew very well that he would recognize that, and then I knew, hey, on this certain month during deer season, he's always around this area. But having an everyday occurrence with him, no, I never had anything like that. And I would go to the same area just about every day for a month or two, and never had any interaction with him. But once in a while, he would just pop up and do little certain things, and after that, not knowing that it was actually Bigfoot, but I knew that there was something that there was something strange going on there. But I never put the two and two together until I actually saw it a few years later. So,
all right. Yeah, there was a question a little earlier from Ann Bird, and it's actually for Taylor. First of all, Taylor, how many episodes do you guys have?
Okay, there's not 204 episodes.
That's a question.
It's like episode, like season 1, so we do 1, and then episode 4, so it'd be 04. And then season 2, that's whenever we were doing like the season stuff, because we do try to do 10 episodes per little season. Yeah, okay. So then it was 204 and then stuff like that.
All right. So, would you be able to address the question about the raccoon? Would a raccoon or other animal have hidden beneath the log and run away as he walked on it in your episode?
I don't know, because I've seen. I mean, I think it would really depend on. I know at the time we didn't see anything. Like a rabbit, I think for sure would scurry away. Raccoons, I'm not too familiar with raccoons. I don't know if any of y'all could help me on that, if they would run away if you ran up on them or not. But whenever we went back in the last episode with Gary and D, I don't know if I put that part in there or not, because I don't like putting anything out really over an hour, because that just it drags out for people.
Right.
Yeah, we went back, and that spot, Gary actually stood down in there, and he's 6'7", 6'8", something like that. He's a huge dude, and he actually stood down in there, and his head still wasn't even up at that level to where that people were claiming to see the eye shine and the eyeballs and the little nose thing. So we went back, and the thing wasn't there, whatever it was. So could it have been an animal? Possibly. That's why I don't really want to put words in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go out there. They actually pointed it out to us. So could have been raccoon, couldn't have been, could have been squatch. The eyes look like they were pretty big, but I don't know.
I'm unfamiliar. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that episode. What color were the eyes?
It looked like they just had a glossy print. Have you saw that, Nikki?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't see I need to put that up. I need to put it up on my big screen and really look at it, because I was looking at it on my phone and that doesn't do it any justice. So
Wait. Time out. Why didn't anyone tell me Tracy Arnold was on here? I was on the other watching the live.
Tracy's here.
Yeah, I was watching the live chat. I was on the other window, and here I am. I jumped back to the panel page, and here's Tracy. How you doing, Tracy?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about you?
Not bad. I'm glad you could join in with us tonight. That's awesome, man.
All
right, since Tracy's here, we're gonna put him on the spot now.
Oh God, really?
Nah. If you don't mind, hey,
go ahead.
What's you've been staying pretty busy, man. You've been doing the your live feeds and during the both day and nights and everything, and like I told everybody earlier, with all these different. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels. I know you, like we all are, but I haven't been able to keep up. I haven't been following, but what you been getting on your videos lately? I know you do get some pretty cool stuff from what I've heard before.
I mean, here lately, it ain't been too awful bad. Just mainly what we get is vocalization stuff like that right now. Big tree snapping and stuff like that. That it could be anything. It could be bear, deer, anything.
Right.
But, it ain't that getting a lot of Bigfoot activity, but it's been out there and learning what's out there right now, so we can get ready for spring. Seeing when the deer are moving through, and pretty much just trying to find right now. Really trying to find the area that they'd be in, which we've been from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain, back up to the top again, and back down. So it's kind of back and forth on the mountain there. But no reports coming in, nothing to really go on. And, it's kind of crazy right now. I've got several people that hanging there all night long. I mean, they're in the live chat just like these guys are, and some that even in here, and they pretty much just hang in there, and just if anything happens, they document it themselves by putting in time stamping in the live chat. We heard tree break, we heard a huff or something like that, or possible vocalization, and then they'll put it in the live chat as what time it was, so we can go back and look at it and analyze it the next day. I mean, we've had some serious things happen in the past, but it's just like going Bigfoot, and it's just like what y'all were discussing about people having encounters every time they go out on command. It don't happen. And when you go out there and you have the high expectations of having something happen every single time, you're just going to let yourself down. But the reason I do it is really to collect evidence that if it does happen, it happens. We can look through it and debunk it if we can, and to give other people, the chance to get out and experience Bigfooting. Being an audio recorder pretty much yourself for hours, and when something happens, it gets exciting. Even if it can be debunked. So I mean, it's just like it.
Awesome. Hey, for the record, I will say, if you guys come into the state of Virginia and you break the law and you get to go to jail, be careful. You might be under Tracy's care. How's it? I meant to ask you, how's that coming along?
It's good. I mean, it's coming along really good. It's basically I'm in my a month of training now.
Okay.
But I've got probably another 3 months of training to go, and then they turn me loose. So it's kind of like going.
Nice.
It's military training. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm about as wore out as I can possibly be right now.
Wow. For those who don't know what we're talking about, Tracy Arnold is he is a, correct me if I'm wrong, you'll have to correct me on this, Tracy, but you'll be
if we can try to keep that secret, because I could lose my job if anybody.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Never mind. I won't say nothing then. So
yeah, it can go.
I got you. All right, not a problem. I'll hush up from here on out on that.
I appreciate that.
I'm
Just don't
glad you
break no
caught me
law.
in time.
Don't break no laws, and I won't see you.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. Yeah. Well, I don't know, Taylor. You look worried. You gonna come into Virginia now?
Oh yeah,
I'm just picking. Oh man.
Hey Tracy, what kind of a camera setup do you have for your many hours of video live chat you do?
Oh well, pretty much. I'm gonna show y'all this. I mean, this is not the actual phone I use, but you take a cell phone. Nowadays, they've got these towers set up higher in the mountains that you really cannot get service in a lot of places, right? But if you go and get you like a inexpensive camera, not an iPhone, not a one of these big phones, get you a little cheap camera.
Kind of like a prepaid phone.
A prepaid phone with a good camera on it that will you can make out what you're looking at. And pretty much get you I wished I had it. There's a Halo box about yay big. You can jump cars off with it, if that tells you what kind of battery it is. You can charge phones. You got it. All right. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. It's right here. This is called the Halo.
Okay.
You turn it on. You've got 4 bars. You've got 2 plug-ins here for your cell phones. You've got actually got a plug-in. Let me see. Where's that? Well, my other one's got a plug-in on the other end of it, but this one's got the flashlight and everything with it. And you take this and put it in like a pencil box, and put your lid on it. Duct tape it in camo, and run your cord through the bottom of the box into that and into your phone. And then you start your YouTube live, and start it sideways. Don't start it straight up and down because you ain't gonna get a good view, right? Always sideways. And what I do is I take a wire and wrap it around the phone itself and not covering the lens. And then this is in the box above it. Keeps it out of the weather. And after I start it, I'll look at the chat, see who all's in the chat, and then we go from there. I'll leave it in the woods, and practically the Halo will last 19 hours. But where YouTube has figured out that we have figured them out, so to say, how they changed watch time minutes. They've changed subscribers last January or February. You had to have 1,000 subscribers. You had to have 400 and some thousand watch time minutes. And that was back in February to be a monetized channel. So with my channel at that time, which was at 600 and some when they done the change, I was past the threshold of 500. I just got there. I just started getting monetization. I thought, well, let's do something different. Let's really blow YouTube's mind. I can have a 3-hour chat with a lot of people on YouTube, have a good show with a lot of people. Well, let's get these people out in the woods and go squatching. So I thought, at first I was going to do this idea, strap it to my chest, and go for walks and hikes, go out there and see if we can get something stirred up. And I thought, well, that's too much like finding Bigfoot. Let's do something a little different. I thought, what if I strapped it to a tree on a trail in an area where I've found big footprints, or where I have found that there's been a road crossing. A lady told me years ago that one crossed right in front of them, her and her husband and her dog, just not even 7 miles from here. So I thought, well, let's go up there in that area, find the trails, and see if we can stir something up by just leaving the camera up in the woods. Well, we had a big surprise, and it worked. I mean, the first one lasted like 2 hours and something, 3 hours. then I got the halo hooked up to it, and it started lasting 9 hours, which we had a cold spell at that time. And then before I knew it, we were up there 19 hours, 20 hours at a time. And I mean, I don't know how these people did it, but some of them stayed there the entire time in the chat. Just, well, I heard something last night, but I ain't heard nothing for the last 7 hours. I'm like, holy crap, these guys are in this. I was so glad that these people appreciated it enough. They hung in there. They heard things. They documented it on the chat. Well, now YouTube has shrunk us down to where we can't do nothing but we got to do less. You got to do less than 12 hours of live feed. So they kindly figured it out that people were in the haunted and spiritual investigation stuff like that. Paranormal. They started leaving their cameras up in haunted houses, and of course, I was leaving mine up in the haunted woods and Bigfoot territory, apparently. But yeah, this is a way that we can document it, just like an audio recorder, and many people can listen to it. A lot of people can hear it. But of course, there's been a couple of visual things that's happened this past year, we've got one picture possibly that's been investigated, of possibly a Bigfoot from the live feed of me with the camera of it walking away. But that's under investigation. I'm not claiming it is. I'm not claiming it ain't, but possibilities are there. And, there's been times that we leave the camera up that we've had splinters all around the camera when we came back. So that was a deal there from last March. So that's pretty good.
All right. Tracy, now with that being said, with what you've been doing, well, first of all, let me ask you, have you ever returned back to the location where your sighting took place?
I did once.
Once? All right. Have you ever thought about setting up your equipment the way you do over in that area?
Yeah, I thought about it, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if it'll actually work there.
Because of location signal.
I could be wrong. I mean, I had with this, since I've had this idea, I haven't figured out if it'll work over or not. I haven't been there yet. I mean,
right
to see.
I
apologize about this, guys. I don't know what happened.
Another location. Another question is, when are you going out again?
For the live stream?
Yeah.
It'll probably be Sunday because I am kind of, I'm in an area right now where y'all are getting a lot of rain too, Dan.
Oh yeah.
And really, if you take a lot of chances with electronics and the weather, you're going to find out that you're going to mess them up. That your phone will absorb the moisture. Anything to do with the electronics will absorb that moisture, and then you'll be soaking in rice for a week. So that's kind of
wow.
That's kind of the deal. I don't know what I've done here, Daniel, but I am froze up on my picture.
You're not froze up here.
Yeah, you look fine.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I have it set up to where when you were showing the equipment, I had it set up to present to everybody. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot I had that.
It's stuck on me. I think I broke your computer.
No, I forgot I had it set to present to everybody. That's why I had it giving you all the attention.
Oh, God. I was trying to get away from it. Get over here.
I'll tell you what, Tracy, I've watched your some of your videos on my TV. I have a 46-inch flat screen, and I mean, watching it on that big a TV and looking into the darkness and seeing something, or seeing something move, or seeing something make a noise, or hearing something make a noise. I mean, that's what a great. I don't think I've gone 12 hours, but I've definitely watched a few hours, and that's almost as scary as a scary movie.
I'll tell you what, that's what somebody had told me, that I'd make a heck of a horror director as far as location that we go with this thing. I mean, it's it's just like Daniel, when you go in the woods, Daniel, your expectations is pretty high when you find a footprint. There's
Oh
something
yeah,
been in
most
the
definitely.
area like in the past 2 days. This area is not like that at all. There's been times that we, like you said, I appreciate you watching and I appreciate you using your big TV. We've done that before too. But you know, Real Housewives is back on, so we got to watch it too. You know, long story short, you know, you can go and put in all this effort into one area and go in there a month, 2 months at a time, not have nothing happen. But when something happens, it's mind blowing that, okay, I've been in this area, haven't had no activity in 3 or 4 weeks or a month or 2 months. And then all at once, things start happening. This particular area we're in right now is called Haunted Holler for a reason. Dennis Taylor, you've heard me talk about Dennis before, haven't you, Dan?
Oh yeah,
Dennis
I'm
Taylor.
familiar with him.
He went up there with me. We went up here to the field where I felt like I had gotten really, really nauseous, sick, zapped, whatever you want to call it. Spun around, didn't know where I was at. Almost hit the ground. I pretty much got on my knees at one point because I couldn't stand up. I thought, okay, something just happened. Something just hit me. I don't know what it was, but got real nauseous and sick and couldn't even hardly talk on the live feed. And when I left, I got a hold of Dennis, and he came up like 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later, and he went up there with one of them K2 meters, and we went through that field going, okay. And he says, there's nothing pegging it here. We got electronics that pegs, but it don't peg on nothing around the area. And we went down here to where we got Haunted Holler, and we had lights show up on the live feed. You know, that's one night, you know, weeks before. And I told him, I said, I don't know what it is about this area. I feel like I'm at home here sometimes, and sometimes I feel like I've just got a dread, like I don't need to be there. And so he pulls out the K2 meter truck, and he walks around behind the truck, and he has something whisper in his ear to get out, to leave. I mean, it was just like boom right in his ear, and he looked. You know, when I looked at him, he just turned color. You know, he lost all sense of the redness in his cheeks to turn white, and he's like, "Dude, there's something here." All right, good. So we walk up in the woods and sit down by this tree, and we're sitting there talking. I've got my flare out, looking around. We see a ground squirrel. You know, go, you know, in the dark, just bouncing along, you know, and the more we sit there, the more I got to feeling like, dude, there's more to it here than what I thought. I mean, I'm feeling this stuff going up and down the back of my neck, cold chills like ice bucket water, and this is the same area that my son had seen two creatures coming towards us one night on the live feed, and that was the same night we had the lights. So is Bigfoot? I don't think the Bigfoot paranormal thing is, you know, connected. But what's to say that Bigfoot is drawn to paranormal activity, the energy? I mean, you know, I mean, we're learning a lot in this area as far as the connection between the two. And I don't think there's a connection. I just think there's a drawing to from Sasquatch being such a spiritual creature of the woods. They've got a spiritual connection to a spiritual situation. I don't believe in the portal theory of Bigfoot, but I do believe that there is a portal for the other world. I mean, the paranormal side, where you leave your body and you go where you're going to go, and you've gone through this portal, you know, straight shot. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a lot of different ways of looking at this, and there's a way of separation of it too.
yeah.
There's sometimes too. It sounds like to me when you were talking about it, it sounds like that land there is haunted. Something happened there, and
Oh yeah,
there's some times when you know because there's also too there's a when something like that happens, you see lights, and especially if you see black masses, and the very first thing you say, people say is a Bigfoot. But thing is, again, I've seen the black masses before. I felt the cold chills before, and the eerie feelings before. I hear sometimes I even heard sounds before, people talking and stuff. And but when you have that feeling and that mass and something like that, that basically that means that something happened there many years ago, and that the land's not at rest. That's why the Apaches. We believe that that at night is a night with the spirits, because the daytime is our time, and the spirits and the garden of the forest is basically their time at night. So that's why they want us, a certain time of the day, just for us to go home. So, but if people who are familiar with the paranormal, yeah, like I am, we experience a lot of things like that, and we have seen the black masses. And when you were talking when you were talking like that, the very first thing came to my mind was that land is haunted, and something actually happened there. A murder might have happened there. A battle might have been happening there. We just don't know.
They
Yeah,
was
I agree, Bob Moore.
the war was the Civil War happened right here in Virginia. There was several invasions from the Northern troops on the Southerners right here in Wythe County.
Wow.
And there's muskets, stuff like that, all over this county from one end to the other. And there's a lot of stories from back when back after the war happened, there was people out here in the woods that didn't know the war was over.
Wow.
And this is where that happened at, right here on this mountain, right center, right where I'm at.
Wow. That's
People
amazing.
were in them mountains still fighting after the war was over. And guy Michael Gilman told me that there was half of a troop left. That I think there was 11 altogether. There was 5 remaining that stayed in these mountains for years.
Wow.
Shooting innocent people because they thought the war was still on.
Wow.
And that was right there in that area. So.
Yeah, the Civil War, that's something growing up, going to school, doing book reports. The Civil War has, been one of my favorite topics to study and stuff, And because when I first moved to Virginia, we lived in Spotsylvania, and it's with the surrounding areas, Chancellorsville and all the surrounding areas. I couldn't believe how much Civil War history was there too, and it blew my mind because there was multiple Civil War museums and battlefields. There's battlefields up there they still have marked off where you're not allowed to do anything on, and you're allowed the metal detecting and everything. They do allow metal detecting a lot of even the farm fields, the places that are farm fields. People find all kinds of artifacts and everything dating back from the Civil War. And, just like where my father retired from General Motors, and the GM plant, which is no more now, but over in Fredericksburg, Virginia, inside the main office, they have a glassed-in section where when they first built that place, they had come across all kinds of Civil War artifacts, cannonballs, and whatever you name it, they had it inside that glass thing. So I'm sure there's still plenty more to be discovered, but yeah, it's amazing how you're right, Tracy. I was talking about the state of Virginia. It was a major Civil War battlefield all over. And I'm being out here in the Shenandoah Valley. I'm learning about areas out here that's been known for Civil War activity. So it's very exciting to learn that kind of stuff too. So I want to jump. We did have a question on the live chat. First of all, Marcella was saying that she's done a lot of paranormal investigations in Virginia, a lot of areas over there that's got a lot of activity. Then Seth is asking, I'm going to ask all of y'all on the live stream here, if we ever heard of Bigfoot using wolves or coyotes or chupacabra or hellhounds as hunting dogs.
No.
Yeah, I haven't heard that either. I've heard of people believing in the possibility of that, but I don't see them using them. In my honest opinion, I think maybe Bigfoot might follow some of them for the leftover kills as a scavenger, easy food, But that's about it as far as I know. So,
it's funny they said that because people like to think of Bigfoot as people out in the woods, forest people, and it would be it would be a fantasy, but who was to say that Bigfoot had pets? What would they be?
Yeah.
I mean that's the fantasy of possibility. But
Yep.
it's like you say, they may follow them to get the scraps, or maybe to find that good water hole. I don't know.
Hey guys, I just you guys know that one for that link that's floating around. It's about probably 4 years old, if not. The one about the Virginia Bigfoot surfaces, another internet photo. The one where it's a dark image on the edge of the lake or water source. You guys see that one floating around?
The
Yeah,
one
I
that
seen you comment on that today, Daniel, about the the burnt tree.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's funny. A friend of mine down in Bedford, Virginia, she just sent this to me because she said she didn't send it to me because of the photo, but I'm not unfamiliar. I'm not familiar with who this link is, but it's a Virginia. It's called virginia.ourcommunitynow.com. She said in this event, in this article, if you scroll down, it goes on to say, however, in my attempt to uncover more details about the photo, I came across this gem of an event, the Virginia Bigfoot Con, which is scheduled to take place June 29th in Waynesboro, Virginia, followed by a week-long camping expedition.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, and it's got all my other information on there too, underneath of that. It's got my April 27th, 28th expedition going scheduled and dated in here. Wow.
Awesome.
I like to know whose article this is, what news article this is. It put me in, put our event in there. That is so awesome, and it's making its rounds.
Is this separate from the Squatchable one that I sent you?
Yeah, squatch.
It's not Squatchable. It's a Virginia. The link is virginia.ourcommunitynow.com.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's got the conference in there. And it's got my upcoming expedition. Because I got a group coming down from up north that asked me to lead a weekend camping expedition. That's also the same weekend that Dato Productions is coming up here to do our filming of our Bigfoot documentary. So yeah, that's going to be another thing to look forward to. Everybody is there's a Bigfoot documentary. It's going to be titled "The Elusive: Seeking the Unknown." So that's exciting stuff going on. Hopefully that film will be available at sometime after the spring or late spring, and I'm gonna try to have copies of that if all possible. If anything, it'll be also found on Amazon, so you'll be able to buy that off of Amazon. So, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I thought that was pretty cool.
I've got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who owns that website, Squatchable?
I have no idea.
It's the Brit. Oh my God. Hold on, give me a sec. He runs the blog Schizophrenic Brit. Hold on, I have it written down.
Yeah, because a lady Robin told me, said, I can't believe
Richard Allen.
Richard Allen. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He does a lot of the stuff with Phil Poling and Christopher York, and he used to be on 40 and Slip, but then he stopped doing 40 and Slipped, and now he's doing Squatchable with Phil Poling.
Cool. All right. Well, see, Lady Robin told me in the live chat, said, Tracy, you'll never guess where I found your live feed at. I'm like, where? Squatchable.com? I'm like, what is Squatchable.com? Whenever I looked at it, I'm like, all these people were on there, and I've seen 2 or 3 of my videos. Like, well, man, I appreciate this. I wished I can thank them, for putting it out there. But that's a good place to find different things. It really is. You'll find some of Daniel's stuff. A lot of Daniel's stuff on there too.
You have to be a little bit careful with him, though.
Really?
Yeah. If he doesn't like something you have, he'll blow it way out of proportion.
Oh.
So you have to be careful with him, but he's very calm these days. But he used to be a little crazy.
Yeah. Now, Nikki, who are we talking about now?
what I say his name was? Richard Allen.
Richard Allen.
Okay. All right. I'm very well familiar with him. Yeah, because he's. I don't know really all too much about him, except I know he had articles in his blog site about he used to mess with Ryan Reed a lot. But
Yeah, he didn't like Ryan at all.
so he's a young guy. I think he's fairly young himself. I could be wrong if yeah, he had a blog. I know he was kind of mixed up and tied up with the other Bigfoot group there. They had um what's this guy? The one that Richter likes to throw up on his YouTube a lot. Googly eyes. You know him?
Yeah.
The guy that owns a bookstore.
Oh,
Yeah. Strufert.
Steven Strufert.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in a Bigfoot group together where they like to jump on people and you know pretty much nitpick at all kinds of stupid stuff. So.
The coalition.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
You get a lot of folks like that out there in the community that like to nitpick at everybody's findings and things like that. And it in a way, we got to separate the big boys from the little boys, but be respectful doing it.
Oh yeah. There's a question on the live chat for Baltimore.
Yes.
From Manybird72, Mr. Gilman, are you familiar with if I'm pronouncing this correctly, the Hopi prophecy stating you will see extinct creatures in end times and also see creatures never known to exist?
Hopi.
Okay. Yeah.
And many birds.
Yeah, Many Birds is a one who posted that.
Okay, I know of many birds, and I don't think that he's the same guy.
Oh, okay.
But there are things. Even in legends, they actually said that there were things that are going to be yet to come.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, like the chupacabra. So that's something that has been here recent, and the very first sighting was in Puerto Rico, and now it's down over here in Texas and areas like that. I believe that there's going to be some other creatures that we are going to see. Like for example, something similar to the lizard man, in certain areas. But the prophecies do say that there are creatures yet to come. So that's what they say. That's what legends say. So,
Right.
but the thing is, again, is we just don't know when they're going to appear. A lot of people think that is a lot of stuff dealing with extraterrestrials. Bringing them in, so we just don't know. But that's what legends say.
Okay. Speaking of extraterrestrials, there was a question earlier. I can't remember who it's from, but it was for Taylor. Taylor, do you believe in aliens?
I do. I think honestly, I think if you, well, Gary made this point too. I mean, if you believe in, I believe in God, and I mean, why not believe that there could be aliens? I mean, anything it could be possible. I do. I believe
Yeah.
there could be aliens. I don't think people would make up. It's almost like the Bigfoot thing. I don't think people would make up seeing flying saucers and then the cave writings on the wall with the. Then they have saucers drawn. I don't think it was the Indians. It was there was some kind of cave writings that showed the images that looked like flying saucers on walls drawn on there. What do you think, Tracy?
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
God didn't stop at just us and the animals on these
No.
earth. He had all this. He had all this universe plus everywhere else, that he could create.
Yeah.
Why would he stop with just one race of,
Yeah.
one race of spirit?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, with that being said, because in the book of Genesis, when he talks about the creation, although he didn't mention specifically what he created, it doesn't mean it does not exist. So, for example, he did say he created the sky, the stars, and the universe, and the planets and everything. We know we have planets, and not all of them have been visited. So yeah, we may have oxygen in our environment that we're able to breathe and live off of, but doesn't mean that another universe or another somewhere up in the galaxy far, far away doesn't mean there's a different type of oxygen for another species that exists there. I mean, to me, it's just all unexplained science. So with that being said, I mean, like with aliens, I'm not going to say I don't believe. I really want to believe.
Yeah.
I believe. I'll say more safely that I believe there is a good possibility because back to even with the Bigfoot thing, for those of us that know, apart from just believing, I do feel that there is a part where we know our government is very secretive, unlike other governments in other countries. They're very open about things. Unlike our government, they're sworn to secrecies and everything else. So I do believe they're covering things up, hiding things. I think that's pretty obvious. It's and there are things. There's a lot they don't want us to know.
It's like this, Daniel. You look around at other countries, their governments are open to possibilities.
Absolutely.
Ours is totally reverse. Ours is totally closed up. Everything's a secret. We'll hide this, and people won't have to worry about it. Exactly what they want us to think.
Yeah. I think there could be people having a panel right now like we are about UFOs. You know what I'm saying? Then they probably think that we're crazy talking about Bigfoot. I mean, it's the same. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Area 51's a dead giveaway to me. I mean, to me, I think that's basically what Area 51's based around. That's me.
Well, and that's why we have so many closed-minded people in the world that that mock and ridicule us for doing what we do, because they're puppets on a string, believing anything the government tells them. So if our government says that it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. Same thing with a mountain lion. So we have them here in Virginia. I've seen them, and I've spoken with several eyewitnesses, but your game department says no, they're not here. One guy just in the other county over saw two of them run across his farm field so many years ago. When he called and reported it, the game department inland fisheries here said no, those weren't mountain lions. That ain't what you saw. Exactly, and because the whole thing is, if you think about it, why are they covering up? Why they don't want people to know that they exist here? There's a number of reasons I could throw out there. One is they don't want people to panic when they go to visit a national park, because it could eventually hurt and affect the economy. I mean, the one example I bring up all the time is look what happened back in 1981 with the spotted owl when that was discovered. It didn't cause no panic, but it affected the economy because the logging industry shut down and came to a crash. And so if all these species, start being discovered, and then if they do become labeled as an endangered species, then they have to put other laws into effect that could affect different, parts of the economy or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Especially what happens if Sasquatch does become discovered and classified as an existent species? That hey, we have this bipedal hairy subject roaming our forest. What are we supposed to do? Stop camping? Stop spending money on all this stuff because people might become afraid of what's out there, but they don't believe in now.
Do you think, I'm not gonna say which side I teeter on or I don't teeter on, because everyone has their own. You know what I'm saying? Everyone can believe what they want on gun control. I honestly think that if there is a Sasquatch, it would ruin the government's chance of gun control in the United States. Here in the United States too, also, because you would have people going out with, you know what I'm saying? That would ruin. They're not going to say, yeah, there's a Bigfoot out here. They're not going to say it. They're going to cover it up because they know if that happens, everybody in the South, I know, would go buy a gun, and we would go. I mean, I have a gun. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I have a gun in my house, but I don't want to. I'm not into each side, but that would ruin their chances of gun control too.
I can hear this conversation now.
Yeah,
between a guy from Tennessee and a guy from West Virginia. Hey, Bubba, how'd you get that gun? Why'd you get that gun for?
Yeah,
you like my gun? Yeah. What kind of gun is it? Elephant gun.
Yeah,
a lot more elephant guns around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I got a subject too.
Go ahead. Hey, you guys go on. I'm going to step away for just a second and grab me another drink here. I'll be right back. But you guys go ahead.
And I'll I'll give you an example. You know, I'm for and against it.
Yeah.
Dealing with that wall that Donald Trump wants to build, and there have actually been reports that people have actually seen Bigfoot crossing the border from Mexico and come to the United States. And there's also a lot of animals like the bear and all other cats and rare species that actually come across the border from over here. And let's say, for example, it is wall is built. Wouldn't that stop like Bigfoot from coming here? That's the thought. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. It
Did,
would.
did one bring the radio with them?
I don't know who that
Oh,
was.
I'll be honest with you. On that question, if you don't mind me answering it,
Sure.
I I mean, if you look at it this way, I mean, as many Bigfoot as in the United States, if there's many in Mexico, uh, it's just going to stop just those few that do go for the margaritas from from beer to margarita. Uh, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know about the migration pattern there in Mexico, Texas, wherever. Uh, but if it did stop it, uh, I don't. I think it will affect some migration patterns for animals, but I'm not sure. As far as going into politics, uh, how safe is it for Bigfoot to be in Mexico versus America? And where's their families based at? I mean, if their families are based below the border and they get stuck on the northern side and they can build this wall or whatever, uh, I mean, I'm sure that if Sasquatch is big as what they are, 7, 8 foot tall, they're ape-like, they'll scale this wall. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't see why it would keep them out, why it would keep them from migrating, unless there was an electrical force behind it that they're talking. I mean, if there's electricity behind of it, I believe that they wouldn't have a chance on getting across it. But I believe that, if Bigfoot could climb a tree, it can climb a wall. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them.
Just throwing it out there, because I watch a lot of the migrations real closely and stuff, and then so there's actually cats that are down here that's been seen here, pretty rare down in South Texas that they actually comes from the hills of Mexico, and little things like that I've been noticing about the migration of certain animals.
I'm
Again,
sure
that's to me that's a part of researching.
Yeah.
That's a part of being researching out there, because to find out exactly what kind of animals are out there that are actually coming from here, from other areas. Like a couple of years ago, I found a rare species of frog down here that was called the sheep frog, and that actually came from Costa Rica. And so that's why we're saying thinking about stuff dealing with the migrations and affecting the migration.
So, Baltimore, do you think that Bigfoot do migrate? Because from what I've heard, and even from what Taylor has said about his research group, um, they see them year round in the same place. So, do you think some migrate and some don't?
I believe that they do. I believe that there's some that go for it's just like I mean, they all have animal tendencies. They all have something. We all have different types of animal instincts in us. That's why there's sometimes we move from town to town, and so I believe that they actually migrate. But there's some of them that migrate, but some of them stay here, either if it's for mating or even going for different types of food supply. Is maybe that they might like the apples from Washington, or maybe the peaches from or even the peaches from Georgia. But I believe that they're constantly moving for something, whether it's the food supply or something that they crave.
Now, wouldn't that be a story to tell you kids? Bigfoots migrate south for margaritas.
Never know.
No.
Nikki, is there any questions in the live chat?
Yeah, Seth had another question. It was, do you all believe that surviving Confederate soldiers from the Civil War saying that a large hairy man helped them with the rebel soldiers?
Not sure about that. I know there was
I
a
never
story.
heard
I know.
that.
Well, there is a Bigfoot Civil War report,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure the details on that. But I've always wanted to look into that. I always found something like that interesting. So, but yeah, when I heard about that, I said, "Wow, yeah," because my daughter even asked me about that. I said, "Yeah, why not? Look at all those people. There was so much more wilderness back then, and a lot of these soldiers they traveled through the woods on trails and some of the open fields." And that were surrounded by woods. We didn't have population like we do today. I mean, because people don't realize how much a population, a city or town will grow over just a few years. Because, like, when I first moved down to Virginia, we lived in Spotsylvania. And Spotsylvania and Fredericksburg, they're right there, the same county, but Fredericksburg was considered the city part of it. And, well, vice versa. Maybe it was whatever. But there was areas that were well wooded, and certain parts of Spotsylvania when I first saw, but just in over a matter of just a few years, I watched all those woods go away, and now it's built up like it looks like a major city. There's town. There's stores, outlets, restaurants, and businesses. Some buildings are starting to become, um, like I don't want to say sky rise, high rise mountain, but there's big office buildings being developed there, super centers, but all that happened just in a matter of a few years. So back then during the Civil War, yeah, I don't see how that was impossible at all. I'm surprised. There hasn't been more reports documented about that. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of gunfire and booms and bangs, so maybe there were certain times where the soldiers or the Sasquatch would keep their distance, but they did a lot of marching, So I'm sure they were around. The Sasquatches were probably watching them, So,
hey guys, I'm going to call it a night. I had a death in the family, so I got to take off.
Oh,
no
God.
problem.
Sorry about that, brother.
Sorry.
Bye.
Baltimore, it was good to see you, buddy.
Same here. Bye bye.
Oh, absolutely. Have a good one, man.
Yikes.
So, Seth said he meant Union. Apparently, the Union got help from the Confederates from a big hairy man. I don't know about that. I don't know. Then he said, "Rob, see, Bigfoot's a Yankee."
Daniel's a Yankee too.
Yeah, I know. Fred doesn't let me forget it, but oh, did I say that? But so Seth says, yeah, Bigfoot fought against slavery.
Wow, that is good.
That's funny.
Prove it.
Wow.
Prove it.
Well, now maybe he was scoping out the Civil War soldiers to collect for his own slavery.
Yeah. Never know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's interesting.
I don't think we've ever had that question before.
Thanks, yeah, Seth. That was. Yeah. Seth said I could even imagine that.
That'll be a good one to tell David Taylor.
Oh yeah.
See what else we got here.
Boy, we're going. It's 8. Oh, we're going a little over, or is it right now 2 hours?
Yeah, it's we jumped over 2 hours. Well, we started at 8:06, so yeah,
okay.
Wow, I've been going for a while. I'm sorry I missed the first hour.
Oh no, it's all good. Yeah, usually we go live every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, but yeah, a lot of times, usually within the second hour is when most of the audience usually ends up growing because it's being Friday night, a lot of people go out and eat, and so by the time they get in settled, they like to do their, get on here and chat with us. So,
Yeah.
so but it works out pretty good. I'm surprised Taylor ain't out, partying, being a young guy that he is.
Yeah, I'm old now.
He ain't a homebody, is he?
I know. I
Hey,
used
that's
to
how.
go out a lot, but now I'm just calmed down now.
I'm a
Yeah.
homebody. I like staying at home a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
am.
what I do because I can't afford to be out all the time. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
True.
me and my daughter, we like to go out if we could afford it. We like to go out and do get our Chinese buffet on Friday
Oh,
nights.
that's what we had for dinner.
Oh
We
yeah.
Great.
went for Chinese, yeah. And then I
All
got
right.
surprised. I got a huge surprise. Last year, my husband bought me a gift that he just now gave me a year later.
Oh
Wow.
Wow.
Tickets to see Metallica next week.
Oh wow,
Oh,
nice.
You look
man.
Oh,
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
You're gonna take some live feed from that, ain't you?
Yeah,
go
I'll
Facebook
try to.
Live?
I don't think my phone will catch all that.
So wait a minute. Is that why he bought tickets for me last year so you could go this year to my conference? Oh man.
Yeah, he wouldn't even tell
Metallica's
me
awesome.
he wouldn't even tell me how much he paid for them, but
Oh.
we'll
He
see.
paid quite
can
a
only-
bit. Well, I checked those tickets. You're looking at, you're looking up close. Where are y'all sitting close, or are y'all sitting?
No, we're up on the upper. Well, this is at the UTEP, the University of Texas, El Paso.
Okay,
It's going to be in there.
around
thing.
$250 to $350 a ticket, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know there's a couple for $1,500 down on the floor.
Well, they're having a real big problem. They were buying tickets and then reselling them at twice the value.
Oh man!
So
Wow.
it's a big thing.
Derek Reynolds said they were 5,000 in Nashville.
Holy cow!
Gee,
Wow.
Holy crap.
Because he said he's seen them 5 times. So
five
Wow.
times. Ooh.
yeah, Marcella said that she's seen them 3 times in the 80s, and it was $70 back then.
Yeah, that would have been
Oh,
a great,
yeah,
that
that
would
would be
have been a great
good.
time to go see it.
My husband and I are huge concert goers. I mean,
Yeah,
we had a
I
whole
do.
list, and I mean, from oh gosh, you name it. The last big one we went to was Guns N' Roses, and they were awesome. I mean, that was 3 hours in the Sun Dome. What's it called? It's not the Sun Dome. Stadium. It's just Sun Stadium. And it was awesome. I mean, I've seen Queensryche, I've seen Styx, I've seen Scorpions, I've seen
ACDC.
I have not seen ACDC.
I want to see them. I think it's impossible now.
We saw Eagles before what's his name died.
Yeah, I know you talking about Cliff.
Gosh, I'm brain dead right now. We've been on too long. Anyway, Queen, ZZ Top I seen twice.
I've seen ZZ Top. They're good.
Tesla, one of the best shows I ever seen. That guy was still strung out, but he could still sing. Oh my God. And Foreigner twice, awesome show.
Wow.
But that's our thing. Me and my husband, we love to go to concerts. 80s rock. We're like old 80s rockers. So
well, Nikki, we're kind of like you, but we see the same one over and over again.
Oh,
I think Nickelback is my wife's favorite.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
North Brooks, of course.
I like Nickelback. I go to a lot of country concerts, so.
Gosh, I wouldn't even know any country anymore.
Yeah, I like the old school. I've seen George Strait like 3 or 4 times now.
Oh wow,
he's probably my favorite. Yeah.
I've seen Charlie Daniels.
That'd be a cool one.
Ooh,
he's good. He's really good.
He's always here in Houston, Austin.
Yeah, I've seen Rascal Flatts and Blake Shelton. And,
yeah, I've seen Blake.
Yeah, they were up in well, it used to be called the Nissan Pavilion up in Manassas, Virginia, but it's called the Jiffy Lube something now. I forget what it's called, but so. Oh, and then I seen Tracy Atkins in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
he was good. So
Y'all remember
Oh,
Tracy Bird?
Who?
Tracy Bird.
Yeah. I've heard.
oh yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
in love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seen him at the fairground. That's pretty cool.
You know who else gave a good concert? Judas Priest.
I'd like to see them.
He actually rode his Harley out onto the stage.
Yeah. My
wow.
real dad went and saw those. Yeah. He said that too. He said that was really cool whenever he did that.
He had more costume changes than any other show I've seen.
That
He
is
would
awesome.
change his costume into different color leather and come back out to do the next song. But that's where I damaged my eardrums. We were sitting close on that one, and I didn't have ear protection.
Yeah.
And I ruined my ears on that concert.
They said that's what's wrong with Brian Johnson right now for AC/DC. He couldn't finish the last tour because he's deaf.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Mm.
It's loud.
Good
I heard they're like really, really, really loud.
Yeah. I mean, I put my hands over it and it was still just my heart. You could hear the bass, just thumping your heart.
No.
I thought I was going to have to leave, and it ended, after the 2 hours, the hour and a half. It was like, finally, I was like, God, I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
You were hit by infrasound.
Yeah.
Oh my God, definitely. Yeah, we were sitting and the big old speaker was like right in front of us, and
that's how it was.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that's how it was when I first started, my first country concert, Rascal Flatts. We were probably about 20 feet from the front of the stage, and that there, like, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to breathe because the way that bass and the sound just boom, blast against your chest, like whoa. But it was awesome though. You adjust to it real quickly though.
mm-hmm.
So.
We have a venue here that is a casino, and they do a lot of free shows. So my husband and I, we get there super early and get up in the front, and it's awesome. So we've seen like White Snake for free. We saw Mark Slaughter, from Slaughter. He actually jumped down right in front of me. We saw Rat, Stephen Piercy from Rat, and what's the lady rocker? Lita Ford. We saw
Lita
her.
Ford's awesome.
All free, but you have to get there early because that venue just gets packed. But they want you to go drink and gamble, that's why they're free.
That's how a town is. They have a concert every year, the Morganton Festival, and they invite a country singer every year, and it's free like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of them.
I was in Washington D.C. whenever they had the best one though. Joe Nichols came, and I was gone. I was like, "Dadgum!" I've always wanted to see him bad.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of those free ones, especially for any of the '80s groups, because they're not going to be around much longer.
No.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I couldn't tell if Mallory was flirting with you or not, Taylor, because she asked how old you were. Yeah, because I know I saw her on the live chat. She asked how old she was. She wanted to know how old you were before she fell asleep. I thought that was kind of funny though. But.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Hold on.
Looks like we got a Squatch cat.
I don't know where my Squatch cat went, or my Squatch dog.
Let's see what we got in a minute. Okay, this is pretty cool. We kind of started talking about music and bands and everything. That was pretty cool, though. So
that's my passion.
That stuff.
All right, question for y'all: What kind of music do y'all think Bigfoot is prone to come near and listen to?
I would say something with a lot of drums.
Flutes.
Those
flutes.
Like the Native American flutes, you mean?
Yeah, I think so.
I can see that. Yeah, most definitely.
I bought one just to go do that.
I think if you go to West Virginia, you might have to play some banjos.
On my next live feed, what would y'all like to
Someone
hear?
told me once upon a time that Bigfoot likes reggae music.
Reggae.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. That's first.
That's cool.
Huh. Well, you know, since everyone talks about how Bigfoot sounds like samurai chatter, you know, like what about playing some Busta Rhymes or something out there, you know,
Yeah.
or some man, what the heck? I used to have a CD of them back when I was in high school. What's the name of the group?
Credence.
No, not it was a rap group there.
Beastie Boys.
No, not them. Man, what the heck is the name of them? They used to
NWA.
Nah. What the heck is it? Oh, I'll think about it later.
Juvenile.
Did they lip sync all their music?
One of the singers' name, one of the rappers' names was Busy Bones. You guys might know who I'm talking about.
Busy Bones.
Yeah. What the
Are
heck?
you talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Yeah, Bone Thugs and Harmony. They used to be very fast too. Play some fast rap like that, or you know, like I said, Busta Rhymes, and see if you get some responses out there.
Oh, well.
I wanted to stop.
More out of George Strait.
You guys probably don't even remember Bobby Brown. Do you remember Bobby Brown?
Hey,
hey,
there's a
I
comment
remember
over
Bobby
here.
Brown.
Oh yeah, you guys want to laugh? Look at Richter Riolo's comment. I'm not reading that out loud.
All right.
I know where he's going with that.
Oh God, Richter.
You people need to get down on your knees and worship him. Like
Just don't tell him that.
that's some good shit, Richter.
Oh my God.
And you know damn well they're on here right now watching and reading the live chat.
Yeah. You are done.
We'll be talked about for sure after this is over with.
Oh yeah. It's
But,
been so
they got
nice
on to
though.
me
This
last
week has
week.
been quiet.
Look at everybody's on now. Richter's starting up. All the people following him.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, I see that. Jesus.
Kavaja said, he's a doctor. I'm dying over here because he knows all about him.
Oh no.
Oh Lord, Marcella said, "What did I get myself into? You don't want to know."
I'll
stay
explain
out
it
of
to
this
you
one,
later, Marcella.
Yeah.
Marcella's a tough woman, man. She can go up against any ghost anytime, but you don't want to get involved with this other stuff.
Yeah. Just for the record, everybody, if you're not following Richter's YouTube show, Off the Richter, go check that out. He's gonna have some really interesting upcoming shows here within the next month. Here, be on the lookout for his next show. That's all I'm gonna say. So, but,
I mean, I know a lot of people, a lot of folks, they don't like what he does, but it's all in fun. I mean, I watch his shows. I'm not going to lie about it. I think they're hilarious.
Shoot, yeah, he's even had me on there. You guys will laugh at that one. I will say that he got me good on that one. So, but yeah, like you said, Jimmy, it's all fun. It's that's what it's there for. And my hat's off to Richter. He's good at what he does. He's very talented. So
I heard he
Oh
was
my
good.
God, he said, sadly, Bigfoot isn't real, but Fungus Mouth is.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my. So, well, that was good to end this show. So,
Yes, thank
all right.
you guys. We had an awesome chat. Man, I couldn't keep up with all the questions.
I know that's why I was staying on the live chat to try to follow and keep watch everything. So
yeah.
So, but yeah, Seth. A lot of you guys are new here. A lot of you guys don't know Richter. Richter is a skeptic. He's not a. I don't think he's a non-believer. He's just more of a skeptic, but he does like to say Bigfoot's not real. So don't hate on Richter for his opinion.
Yeah, we all got our own opinions.
Hogstyle 420. His show is called Off the Richter. You can. It's not hard to find. So yeah, it's not hard to find. Check it out. You'll have a great laugh. He goes after everybody in the Bigfoot community, regardless of who you are. There's some people that really put themselves out there that he likes to definitely call out on for various reasons. Overall, like I said, it's for a good laugh. So, yeah, for those who ever seen the show, the $10 million Bigfoot bounty, Bigfoot bounty show, Richter was one of the stars guests on that show there. So, but yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We had a great discussion, good time, a lot of information shared, and a lot of details. It was very informative tonight. So yeah, if you guys are still wanting to sponsor or donate towards the Virginia Bigfoot Con, the PayPal link is listed. It's also found in the description. So feel free to copy and paste that in your browser. And if you donate $100 on your choice, you could be labeled or put down as a sponsor for donating.
You have a dinner with Daniel.
That's right. Yeah.
You got a show. I got a show tomorrow night too. I had Nikki on Saturday. She come and hang out with us and stuff, and we had some real fun.
Okay. So, Jimmy, real quick before we go off, how often do you do the show?
We do it every Saturday night at 9 Eastern.
Okay. Awesome. And where could everybody find that if they want to tune in and listen?
I will post later. As soon as I get off here, I'll go ahead and post that. So if y'all aren't on my friends list, it's Jimmy Blanton. You can go to let's see, What If It's All Real is our new talk show that we do on Saturday night. We do cryptid, paranormal, just anything you guys want to talk about. You call in, and we have fun.
Awesome. And for those who are interested also in the Virginia Bigfoot Con, I am posting the website link again. So definitely check that out. Give me a second. So yeah, there's the website right there, virginiabigfootcon.com. Visit the website. There will be some updates coming to that here very soon. And also be on the lookout on my YouTube channel. Check out my Squatch Thought videos I've been doing daily. I haven't been doing them the last couple days, so forgive me on that. However, there's other informative shows and other podcasts. You will be hearing from our speakers that are scheduled for the conference June 29th in Virginia. I have a promo video that I'm working on putting together, so be on the lookout for that. And thank you for those who have subscribed tonight, because my subscription has jumped up there, and I haven't checked it recently, but it jumped up about 13 subscribers tonight, which is awesome. So, but meanwhile, anyone else have anything to say before we jump off here?
Yes, please come and subscribe to the E.C.B.R.O. This here YouTube channel.
Oh, well, there you go. Thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe to Hiking with Sasquatch Outlaw, Mr. Tracy Arnold. Become a subscriber, and don't forget that little bell icon.
Don't forget Squatch Watchers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. A big shout out to Squatch Watchers, because they're not only help promoting our YouTube channel here for tonight, they also one of our speakers at our coming event June 29th. So if you want to come out and meet the North Carolina Squatch Watchers, you need to come on up to Virginia June 29th at the Waynesboro, Virginia, at the E.C.B.R.O. Virginia Bigfoot Con. So
yep. Can't wait.
There will be a kissing booth. I think Taylor volunteered for that.
I can't do that. We'll let David have that
one. Hey, that ain't a bad idea. A Sasquatch kissing booth.
Yeah.
Hey, you ain't gonna have the same guy in that suit you had last year, are you?
Oh no. I think he I don't know. He sweated quite a bit. He made that Bigfoot costume very wet.
Oh god.
so, yeah, I hope Jennifer McDaniels washed that thing when she took it back down to Kentucky. But now we are going to have a Bigfoot there one way or another. I will make sure Bigfoot gets there because I want a lot of people had fun taking pictures with Bigfoot last year. Like I said, one way or another, we're going to make sure we have Bigfoot there. So, I don't know. We'll find somebody to wear the suit, even if I have to do it. So yeah. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in tonight. And I'm just double checking the live chat real quick. Okay, Seth Murphy said I'm now subscribed to Hiking with Sasquatch. Awesome. So
thank you, Seth.
All right, and he also subscribed to Squatch Watchers.
Sweet.
All right.
Thank you.
So that's good stuff. Everybody's gaining something tonight.
yeah, that was awesome.
So yeah, you guys. Absolutely. And be sure to tune in next Friday night. Remember, we go live every Friday night. We try to bring something new. And our discussions, they can be off the wall sometimes, but we like to have a good time here. So you guys keep it squatchy. Until next time, this is Daniel Benoit.